Welcome back to County Connection. For our final segment of this April episode, we have some special guests with us, our partners at Denver Water. And here joining us is John Blackwell, head caretaker at Dillon Dam. Welcome, John.
Hi, good morning, thank you.
And we have Aaron Gleason, who is from the Denver Water Dam Safety Program. Welcome, Aaron.
Thanks.
All right, so why don't we start off with talking about your respective roles at Denver Water, and certainly dam safety and dam operation is something that the folks of Summit County have an interest in because we've got quite a big dam here in our backyard.
Right. So my role here is local. I'm here in Summit County, right? I oversee the operations for Denver Water here at Dillon on a broad scope, manage the flows out of Dillon. We also run a hydroelectric power plant, right? We generate clean electricity that's sold back to the grid, right? And then I also wear quite a few hats, community relations, as it pertains to Dillon, and a lot of stakeholder involvements on the different agencies that we partner with. But overall, I oversee the operations of our infrastructure and facilities.
Right, you're kind of keeping an eye on that beautiful gem that so many of us appreciate as a recreational opportunity and just a beautiful part of the scenery here in Summit County. How about you, Aaron?
So myself and the other dam safety engineers in Denver support John and the other caretakers who are there looking at the dam full time and able to detect any dam safety potential issues, any changes with the dam. And so we provide a technical and civil engineering expertise, I guess, to support that. And we come up at least annually, but we're up here probably once a month or so on average, inspecting anything that needs inspecting, any questions that come up, we'll come take a look at. But we do annual inspections with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission and the State Engineer's Office. Those are two of our regulators from a dam safety perspective, and we do annual inspections with them. And everything, we just performed one last year, we'll perform one this year, of course, because they're annual, but no issues have been identified with Dillon Dam, so
excellent.
We're safe.
Great. And so people have, a lot of folks have likely seen in the news, California has just gotten an incredible amount of precipitation this year, both in the form of snow and rain, and have had some real safety issues with one dam in particular, at least that I'm aware of. So what can you tell us about the safety of Dillon Dam and what improvements and kind of safety measures you've put in place over the years?
Right, so Denver Water has a robust maintenance and inspection program, right? From my perspective, being local, we are eyes and ears on the ground every day. Okay. It's very routine. Every single morning, we have we monitor our dam, right? We look for any kind of current conditions, right? We report that to our dam safety department and our water resources department. And then throughout the week, routine, every 2 weeks, right, we do certain condition monitoring. So I'm pretty confident that what I do on a day-to-day basis provides our engineers and our water resources with everything they need to evaluate current conditions. Yeah.
And I guess just to put Oroville being the dam that you're referring to in a scale in terms of what we have here at Dillon, the spillway at Dillon is significantly smaller than the spillway at Oroville.
And for folks who may not be familiar with what exactly a spillway is, now that fits into the big picture.
Right. So the damage occurred at Oroville. Most people, or probably a lot of people, have seen the concrete damage in the spillway. So and the spillway is used to relieve water, excess water as it comes into the reservoir to prevent the dam from getting to, or the reservoir and the from getting too full behind the dam. And so the spillway at Dillon, it's a Morning Glory spillway. That's the type of spillway. It's the circle thing you see as you drive across the dam road in the reservoir. And so the spillway there conveys a lot less flow, about 10% of the flow that the Oroville Dam can convey. And it's also founded in much stronger rock. And so we don't have those potential issues that occurred there, or the potential for that type of issue.
Right. Okay. So let's see. So we mentioned California has been getting a ton of moisture. What's the situation here around the Continental Divide and in the Colorado River Valley?
So right now above Dillon Dam, right, about 325 square miles of basin roughly, right, and we're just above average for this time of season, right. So we're looking forward for the next 60 days.
Okay.
Right. And seeing what that shapes up.
We were wondering kind of at the beginning of the winter when things were.
Yeah, so November was almost nothing.
Right.
December started ramping up. January was the third epic January of the season.
Right.
And it tapered off in February. March was, well, we're at the tail end of March. And so what we got in January really helped us out and kept us at an average level.
Right, because all that snow at the end of the day translates directly to water supply for all of us.
Right, that's correct.
So we're looking slightly above average.
Yeah, just slightly.
And then, so what's your role as we go into that spring runoff season?
Right, so day to day, as we go into the runoff season, as the temperatures warm up and the snow begins to melt higher elevations, our focus becomes monitoring the inflows, right? Checking reservoir elevations, right? And then communicating to our engineers and our water resources department on a daily basis what we need to do to translate that water that's coming at us one way or the other.
Right.
Right. And we do a lot of forward looking, right? So what we're doing today may translate in something a week or 2 weeks down the road, because it's a planning effort. And it takes quite a few people to make that happen. And our water resources department does a tremendous job managing the information that I'm constantly providing them to keep everybody in the public safe and the dam and the reservoir full for the recreation, right?
Right. And it really is such a balancing act, and I think it's a testament to the work that your whole team does to look at inflows from all of the various tributaries, so the Snake River, the Upper Blue, which one am I missing? 10 Mile.
Right.
So looking at all of that, managing the outflows, looking at kind of the long-term forecast. It's really a puzzle you're putting together on a day-to-day basis.
And not all of them are, fit into this perfect mold of, hey, here's what we're going to do, because they're all unpredictable.
Sure, and weather is unpredictable.
Yeah, Mother Nature is probably one of the most unpredictable things in the whole formula.
As we mentioned, Dillon Reservoir is a municipal water supply, and so the dam itself isn't designed as a flood control facility.
That's correct.
And mainly what we're talking about here is, what's beneath the dam, so the lower Blue River Basin. But it's certainly a factor of consideration for you. So can you talk about kind of your role and approach and thoughts on flooding and how that figures into your work?
So Denver Water operates its entire system on a demand basis, right? We're part of the puzzle of the overall scale of Denver Water, right? So Dillon Reservoir and Dillon Dam provide some ample positive impact, economic impact to Summit County, right? Recreation is a huge one.
Right.
As the reservoir fills up, coming into June, right, we start seeing all the sailboats, right? Frisco starts to open up, right? They get to good elevation. So then we start seeing the sailboats coming out, 4th of July happens, right? So recreation is a big part of that, right? And then you take it below the dam, right? Got Gold Medal waters running through Silverthorne, right?
A good runoff.
A lot of fishermen this morning out there.
Oh, really?
Right. So as runoff starts to peak, the rafters come out, right? and everybody loves that.
Right, I do.
So yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of different benefits to a lot of different people and stakeholders, and I think focusing in on the recreation piece, I think a full reservoir with a little bit of runoff, with everybody involved, right? Everybody benefits.
Right, definitely.
Right.
Excellent. Let's see. Well, is there anything that we haven't talked about that you guys would like to share with the folks of Summit County about Dillon Dam or Dillon Reservoir?
No.
Have we basically
I think
covered
that's
it?
basically
I guess
covered
so, yeah.
it, right?
All right. So if people are looking for more information about levels or just understanding more about how Dillon Reservoir fits into Denver Water's overall operations, and they're interested in poking around, where should they go to find more info?
So you can go to denverwater.org, right? Search for Dillon, and then you can get some accurate information on what's in and available around the Dillon Reservoir, right? And current elevations, that type of thing. Right, you can go to the USGS and see different water flows if you're interested in that.
Great. And I know that if you go under the water supply section, there's some really great information that talks about kind of, looking at snowpack and where we are with reservoir levels and stuff that can be pretty interesting for a lot of us, and including those folks who are focused on their particular recreational loves.
Right.
All right. Well, John and Aaron, thanks so much for coming in and shedding some light on Dillon Dam operations and Denver Water in general.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
And thanks to those of you at home who have joined us for another episode of County Connection. We'll look forward to seeing you next month.